Alright, well, says I'm live. I figured I'd do this again today because it was pretty fun yesterday. You know what's weird is today is completely different than yesterday. Yesterday was really nice, it was warm. It was too warm for the sweater I was wearing. Today it's cold, my hands are cold, and I have a coat on. It's so weird how, like, day to day is different, but hopefully it's not too windy today. I did notice it was a little bit windy, but figured I would just kind of ramble on here. What does this button do? What is this? Green screen. Oh, I see. No, I don't want to do that. None. Oh, dude, that's so weird. Holy crap. I don't want that, though. How do I undo that? There we go. That's kind of neat. I didn't know I could do that. So, what else is there? What other effects is there? Retouch. No, I don't want that either. Wait, retouch? Retouch like lags it out. Look at that. Retouch on makes it laggy. Yeah, we'll turn that off. Are all the cars done yet? A wall of cement. A cement wall. Oh, hopefully everyone's doing well today. I am hoping that if everything goes to plan, I should be able to stream tonight. I hope so. I want to play Oblivion, the remaster that Microsoft was going to shadow drop, and which they accidentally got leaked, and everybody knew about it beforehand. This time I learned my lesson though, and I let the shaders pre-build before I go live. Man, what's all the traffic today? Oh yeah, it's that time of day. Oh, it sucks that it's like dreary looking out. Yesterday was so nice. Today everything is just monochrome and gray. Like if you did a painting, all you would need is like shades of green and gray. And maybe white. Oh yeah, I don't have necessarily an energy drink today. It has caffeine in it. I got a sparkling ice. 0 sugar. Well, hopefully that's good. Let's see if I can open it with using one hand here. Oh, there we go. But yeah, I can't wait to play that. I hope I'm able to get free time tonight. And then maybe I'll fire up Oblivion and check out that remaster for a while, because it looks pretty cool. I haven't played Oblivion in a long time. Like, think about it. Like, unless you did like a playthrough recently. When was the last time you played Oblivion? Like that was like my kid's whole lifetime ago, you know? So that should be pretty cool. I can't wait to try that out. I wonder, wasn't there like a leak about like a Fallout 3 update or a remaster 2? I could have swore I heard something about they were remastering Fallout 3. I hope that's real, because I know we keep buying these games over and over, but I'd play that. Hi, sir. How's it going? Farts. Hey, this stuff ain't too bad. I'm always worried that, like, I'm gonna go this way, so traffic's not so bad. I'm always worried that, like, somebody see me walking around with a can like this and mistake it for beer, and like a cop will like pull up and be like, "What you drinking there, sir?" I was like, "Well, it's sparkling ice caffeine." Wait, it's just called caffeine? Sparkling ice caffeine. And it's funny because like caffeine's in the title, but it only has 70 milligrams of caffeine in it. Doesn't seem like something that should be mainly called caffeine, does it? You would think something like C4 would be like C4 caffeine, monster caffeine, not freaking sparkling ice. But it is what it is. It's not too bad though. It actually does taste pretty good, especially if you want. I think a regular cup of coffee is about 90 milligrams of caffeine, so this is closer to that than the blood injection of caffeine that the other ones give you. Oh man, yeah, I still can't believe how crappy it is out today. as opposed to how nice it was yesterday. That's nuts. Still nice to walk though, as long as it doesn't rain, I'll be fine, because I'll have to put my phone away if it rains. It was a little misty earlier. My worry today though is because it's too windy, and I don't know if the wind's going into the microphone. So if it is, I'm sorry, and if it sounds like crap, sorry for that too, because you might not even be able to hear what I'm saying. But if that's the case, then I know not to do it again and when it's windy. Oh, I wonder if you could get like one of those, I wonder if there's like, you know how you could get like a pop filter for a microphone or like a sleeve thing? I wonder if there's something like that you can slide over your phone so the air doesn't go into the mic. That'd be kind of cool to find something like that, or make one. Just put a sock over it. Actually, that would probably work. Just get a little sock. It might look funny walking around with a sock hanging off your phone, but you know what? It's my business. Nobody needs to know why it's my special sock, you know? People will be like, you know what he does with that sock, right? No, not nearly crispy enough. It is kind of chilly today, though. It's like hot, cold. You know those days where you're like kind of hot, but at the same time you're cold. But then if you start sweating, it makes you colder because you're wet. That's what today is. Today is hot, cold, or what's a better word for that? Sweaty cold. Oh man, probably won't be a super long stream today because I started a little bit later than I did the last time. I wanted to start it actually where I left off, the other one. I thought that would have been kind of neat to go down there where the water was and start it up, but I had to run back to my house, so that didn't work. But that's okay. Oh man, there's just nothing nice to look at today. The whole sky is just gray. Gray sky. I like, there's this one spot in town I'll go, so you can get some really nice, there's like waterfall, there's a waterfall, and then you can get some really nice sky pictures there. The problem is I can't go there when I stream, because if I go there when I'm streaming, the internet's really bad, and it'll just cut out, and you can't even see what I'm showing you. Like, it's not perfect here, by any means, but there it's even worse. And even if you have like, even if your phone says your bars are like full way, I think there's some other factors that can affect that, like network congestion, like a lot of people using it, or you know, just whatever tower you're on. It could be a lot of things. So I think since it's like the edge of town down there, it's just whatever's going on that makes it like that. I don't know. People's getting their barbecues out, getting ready for summer. I don't mind. I like having barbecues. I just don't like bugs, man. Freaking bugs flying around your face. You're trying to cook burgers. I wonder if the bugs... Oh no, dude, they probably die and fall down in the food. Hopefully they don't get close enough where that happens. I guess it's a little extra protein though. That's gross, but I mean, people probably eat bugs more than they think. You ever hear that thing about, like, I think per year there's like a certain amount of spiders that like you eat it while you're sleeping? I don't know if that's actually true. It might not be real, but they say like a spider will crawl in your mouth or something, you might eat it. I don't know if that's, now that I think about it, that sounds like bullshit. I mean, it could happen, I guess. I'd like to think I'd wake up before it got to my mouth. You never know. I guess it hasn't hurt me yet, though. One time, dude, okay, this was the worst thing. This is it's kind of like having a bug in your bed, but it was worse. I bought a brand new mattress from a website, and when they shipped it to me, we took it in the house, opened it up, we put it down, made the bed, and when we came back in later, we went to sit on the bed, and something was moving, and I lifted it up, and there was a freaking little snake on the bed. I think somehow in shipping or in the warehouse or whatever, a snake crawled in to that mattress and made it its home. And the really creepy thing was, it booked it off the bed, and I never was able to find it. Like, it disappeared. I checked under the bed, every room in the house, it disappeared. I don't know if like it found some way out. Maybe my dog ate it. I don't know, but that was a mystery, man. I have never ever found out what happened to that snake. So it was a little hard to sleep after that, because you're like, oh shit, there's a snake in my house somewhere. I like to think that it got out though. So I don't like spiders either though. Like one time I was younger, there was a spider on my wall, and it was right beside my bed, and I slept out on the living room couch for like 2 weeks. Because I was like, oh hell no, dude, I ain't taking that chance. I think a lot of people probably have some sort of a bit of an arachnophobia, but I don't know why. Like, if you look at spiders up close, they're actually kind of cute looking, little faces. Snakes are kind of cute too, really. I remember when I was in school, they brought I think it was a python, and we were allowed to like pet it a little bit, which is kind of shitty because the snake was probably really annoyed. Like, oh, why are these little kids touching me? It must have been, I don't know if they had that thing like doped up or what, to be calm enough for all those little kids to approach it. So I don't know, man. There's this one cool spot here. When I get to it, it's just like a minute away. I'll show you. It's like, I wish they would build something cool here, but it'll also show you the sky and how dreary it is today. Like right here, there's this road. It almost looked like they were getting ready to build a road, and it goes nowhere. Like nothing. It just stops, and it's a field. So I don't know what the plan for this was. It looked like they had a plan, and then they were like, nah, fuck it. So it'd be cool. Like, there's enough space to put like a pretty big thing. There's a deer all the way in the background. I don't think you can see it. I don't know how to zoom in. Can I zoom? Yeah. There he is. I don't know if you can see him, but he's like right in the center there. Oh, so that's how the zooming works. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I guess they're probably never going to do anything with that, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they just built it up. There's pipes down there. Maybe they only built it up so they can run those pipes. But then again, why would you just let it run? No, just let it be a stream. Why would you build that up? I don't know. That's weird. I don't care. It doesn't matter. They should put like a... I was going to say a GameStop. That would be the most stupidest thing ever. Imagine trying to build a GameStop in 2025. Might as well just freaking flush all your money down the toilet. I haven't been to a GameStop in years. When's the last time you were to a GameStop, dude? The last GameStop I went to doesn't even exist anymore. It went out of business. It's a freaking ghost house, basically. And I hear the last people I've talked to that have been to GameStops, like, games are like an afterthought there. Like, it's mostly like a gift shop now. Like, t-shirts and stuff, and probably those, what are those things called? I don't know, those goofy little figures in the little boxes. I can't think of the name of them. I guess it's like that now. Which they could probably sell, like, gaming merchandise in a place like that. Kind of transition it over. Have the games be sold there, but maybe not focus on that. Maybe have it be like, see, how could you make that place actually stay in business? I don't know. Like a gaming store dedicated to gaming merchandise doesn't sound like a bad idea, but you can just order that shit online. So there'd have to be a reason to go there. You know what I mean? So what would the incentive be? I don't know. Then again, you could order offline too, though, and they could just have in stores. I remember when I was younger, I was like, how cool would it be if you had like actual Amazon stores that you could go to? I don't know if that exists or not, but that'd be kind of neat. Just a little bit of everything. When I was younger too, there was a store I loved. It was called On Cue, and it had everything, dude. It had like games, music, DVDs, clothes. It was kind of like a big gift shop, but it was for like cool stuff. Like they had like if you, not even for Halloween, like that you could get Slipknot uniforms there, like their jumpsuits and the masks. You could buy guitars. I bought some CDs there, some games, all kinds of trinkets. I miss that store. That was my absolute favorite store. And it's just gone now. It was gone for a long time, many years ago. That was when I was there. But oh, that was the coolest store ever. I remember going there and looking at all the cool guitars they had. And if you went to the back, that's where they had the Slipknot jumpsuits and everything. That would have been cool to have one. I don't know what kind of shop you would call that. Like a variety, but it was like, it had like a theme almost though, like for like, what would you call that theme? I don't know. Games and nerds, I guess. I don't know. I guess nerdiness wouldn't even be right, because that would be like, I don't know. It's just cool shit that people are into, I guess. But yeah, that was a cool store. I miss it. Never really found anything quite like it ever since then. It's a shame. But now it wouldn't matter anyway, because all that stuff you could just get on Amazon, you know? So basically that store is now the same thing as Amazon's website, you know? So I got the store back. It's just not a physical place I can go. And one thing I hate about buying clothes on Amazon is the sizing might be different. So you might not have, like if you get like a certain size, it might be just different, like if it comes from China or like something else. So sometimes it's a bit risky. They do have a shirt on there though that I want to get. It just says everything hurts and I'm dying. I think that's something I want to get. I probably just get it extra big to make sure it fits. I just thought it'd be kind of funny. I like that shirt. It's not super unique or anything, but it's just kind of funny. Because I'm old now and everything really does hurt. That's no joke. And I blame half of my aches and pains on when I was younger. I wanted to be a backyard wrestler. So I hit the ground a lot, really hard. And I think part of my problem is that the rest of it is probably just getting old and having aches and pains. But yeah, probably shouldn't have been hitting the ground, you know, getting rock bottomed onto the ground and stuff when I was younger. That probably wasn't very smart, huh? I have some of those old videotapes though. I think one of my friends has the actual, like I used to make it like a series. I would film them and I'd edit them and I'd put them on these VHS tapes. And I used to have like a whole, like every episode in a row. And I think one of my friends has them and never gave it back. I have some of them, but not all of them in a row. I'd like to get a VCR and watch them again. Problem is, like, when was the last time you looked at the prices of a VCR? Unless you find a used one somewhere. Here, across the road here. Unless you find a used one for cheap. Like, if you go to Amazon and try to buy a brand new VCR, it's like $400, dude. Unless something has changed since the last time I looked. They are expensive. And I was just, all I wanted was, and there was a store here in town. The guy's like, oh, every once in a while we'll get a used one in. I'll sell it to you for $10, but they never seem to have one in there when I go there. So, I mean, I guess there's like stuff like Facebook Marketplace and stuff that I could probably get one. But if people realize how much they're going for on Amazon, they might not sell it for cheap either, especially if it works really well. But yeah, I haven't had a VCR in years. That's how I used to hook up my video games to my TV. I would run the cable to the VCR and then from the VCR to the TV. That's just how I always did it for some reason. I think a lot of people probably did it that way. I never had it hooked directly to the TV because you don't want to unhook your VCR every time you wanted to use your game. So, damn, these cars, dude, there's so many all at once. So luckily, you were just able to run through that way. VCRs and DVD players, man. I have a DVD player. You know what? I've used it once. and not even for DVDs. You know what's the funniest shit ever? I bought a DVD player, brought it home, and I used YouTube on it, and I tried Netflix, and then I unhooked it, and I was like, oh, that's cool, I have that now. And I proceeded to watch movies on my my Xbox. So even though, like, I'm sure people are buying them and using them, especially like, you know, people that aren't into game consoles. But if you have a game console, it has a disc drive in it, and it's not like one of the discless ones, you don't need it. You don't need a DVD player. You got YouTube right there. You got everything in there. So, luckily, I only paid like $30 for it because it was a nice one. It was just on sale. It could do Blu-ray and all that. But yeah, it's just one of those things you own. Like, oh, I have that. Probably won't ever use it, but I have it. And it's weird too because the interface on it is laggier than like using a console or even Roku. Like, you know how you get a Roku TV? It's pretty responsive. Whereas that thing is just a little bit laggy and you might press something by accident because it's not going as fast as you expect it to. But what can you do? Hey, Zachy. I hope I pronounced that right. How's it going? Oh, I'm almost to Walmart, which is my destination for the day. Oh, the cars. Yeah, if I stop talking for a moment, I'm just letting the cars pass. I'm not trying to yell over cars. No point in, cause oh man, I walked past this church today. It had the church bells going. It was so freaking loud. And it reminded me of that part of Robin Hood Men in Tights when all the knights march in and it's real noisy. And the guy's like, I hope it's worth the noise. That's what it reminded me of because I was like, oh man, I am not ready for this. Some town, I don't know if every town does it, but like the town I used to live in this town, they do have a church that plays, you know, like a recording of church bells. But my old town, when there was like an emergency or like the ambulances and fire trucks had to go out, the town would have air raid sirens that would go off. Now you could call it whatever you wanted, but that shit sounded like an air raid siren. So every like, if it could be 3 a.m. and you hear like, you know, so that was alarming. I remember back in the day, my girlfriend moved to my town and in the middle of the night and that thing goes off. She's like waking me up. She's like, what's going on? What's going on? I'm like, oh, it's like an ambulance or something. She thought we were under attack. It's pretty crazy. Oh, there's people walking. So if I get quiet for a moment, it's why, because I don't want to like blabble to my phone as I pass them, because that's weird. I don't want them to think I'm weird for talking at my phone like this. They'll be like, man, I don't think there's anyone on the other end. I think he's talking to himself. Which, in a way, I am, you know. Because there might not be anybody here at the moment, so. Alright, I'm going to quiet down for just a moment, though. I'll just sip my drink and act like a normal human being until they pass, and then I'll start talking again. More cars. Alright. Look in there. Water. Playing traffic. Unfortunately, they probably all swerve around me. So, instead of the desired outcome, I would probably just get some sort of ticket. Give money. Oh, I have all that stuff turned off. You don't need to do any of that. Just being here is all you gotta do. Well, even if you don't want to be here, that's fine too. And now you just showing up is all I care about, really. So thanks. If you did show up, I appreciate it. And hopefully the wind isn't blowing into the mic and you can actually hear what I'm saying. I'm still drinking this drink. It's taking me forever because I'm running my mouth. There's a manhole there in the road, and it's kind of small. You have to be a small man to fit in that hole. That's not the first time I've said that. I'm joking. It is the very first time I've ever said that sentence. Yeah, look at the sky. Dreary. Those power lines, dude. If aliens came down here, they'd be like, what is all this shit everywhere? It's like, hey, it's how I watch YouTube. Leave it alone. But yeah, look at that. Just dreary. Brown grass. Brownish, dead grass. Gray sky. It'd be really easy to paint. You wouldn't need a lot of paint. I remember when I was in school, I painted a painting of Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid 2 standing on the boat in front of the two smokestack things. And that's where I learned about what monochrome is. My art teacher said it was monochromatic. There's a lot of green and a little bit of yellow, but not much. Mostly green and some browns and stuff. And that was kind of cool. That's how I learned what monochrome was. You might be like, well, that's stupid. Everybody knows what that is. I was like, yeah, I was a kid. I was in school. That's where you're supposed to learn stuff. Oh, dude, this place is awful looking. Look at this. There's like garbage and shit here everywhere. Enjoy your walk. I'll see you later. Yeah, I will see you when I get home. This place ain't so bad. There's just some trees that fell down. But up here, dude, like, I've been actually tempted to come here and pick this shit up, but I don't know if I'll get in trouble for doing it. Plus, I don't want to look like a weirdo. But look at that. That's fucking awful looking. Looks like a freaking garbage bag fell off a garbage truck and exploded or something. I don't know where this all comes from. Like, it's got to just be people throwing shit out of their cars because they're like, oh, you know, there's this, because it's like this here. So they're like, oh, nobody will notice, and then just throw this shit over the side. I don't know. It just kind of sucks. It makes a really pretty spot look ugly, you know? There's a neat little spot there. So it's really nice looking, but then you got all this garbage here. It's like, oh man. Maybe one day it'll all get cleaned up. He'd be like, yeah, you should do it. I'm like, yeah, maybe, but I don't want to get hepatitis. Because they're actually in this town, there was a place where people found some used needles laying around. And you can't tell me there ain't a couple of used needles laying around down there, dude. Fuck all that shit. I ain't going down there. Oh man, look at that. Garbage. Oh, I almost hit my head off the sign here. Well, I'm almost there. There is Shop and Save. And over there is Walmart. So I'm almost here. Oh man. Pretty good walk today. It was longer than this stream because the stream was started about halfway through my walk. Had to go home and take the doggos out. But I'll probably end the stream here, so maybe I'll flip the camera around and say bye. Oh my gosh, look what the wind did to my hair. All right, I'm gonna get going. Thanks for hanging out, I appreciate it.